Right, hello everyone, welcome back. We are 2 minutes away from the... We're 2 minutes away from the first of the final races. This first final is going to be the 8th Electric B final. At the front of this is Bob Harley, Justin Heath, car 2, Andrew Pritchard, car 3, Ian Coates, car 4, and Pete, car 5. So we'll just have a little look and see where everybody is, and we'll call out the car colours.
So that's a good car. One is Bob, car 2 is Justin, car 3 is Andrew, car 4 is Ian, and car 5 is Pete. So you have 5 cars.
You moved a bit too far forward. Can someone sort the cars out for me, please? Thank you. Thank you, Niall. Justin should be on the other side. Didn't want to do that, Justin.
So it looks like Bob is the mint coloured car. That's car number 1. Justin, car 2 in the white with the red stripe. Andrew, car 3 with the orange and yellow, and then the sort of brown Stu Colby coloured car is car number 4. That's Ian, and the purple and green car 5 is Pete.
Okay, guys, 10 seconds in. Here we go on the clock. Nice and easy on the first corner.
10 seconds. Oh, good start from the front 2. Like as we lie. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all the way. Oh, a bit of oversteer from the mint car and a big mistake. But recovered nicely. So that's Bob leading from Justin, Andrew, and a big gap there to Ian and Pete. But the race is on at the front. Bob looks like he might have the pace to get away from these guys. And that's Andrew's off, needing marshalling. So front 3 has become front 2. Bob and Justin. Justin getting his head down, trying to... and a little mistake there for Justin. Has allowed Bob to get away. So with this race just being 4 minutes, I think. Or is it 5 minutes, Mick? 5 minutes this race. So looking at the gap that he's opened up, I'd say that all Bob needs to do is keep it on the black stuff, and he's got a B final win. The lap times these cars are doing just over 16 seconds, whereas the front cars in Nitro are doing just over 14 seconds. So not a huge difference in lap time.
Okay, lead car, guys, is your green car, mint green car coming down for the infield. That's Bob. Onto the straight. Thank you very much, Ian.
Race director Mick just calling the leader through, but as you saw, there was a little bit of confusion there, and car 5 let the other car through as well, so he lost the place in the racing. Perhaps his compatriot will be generous and let him back through. Probably not.
You've got Bob 2, car 1, car 2, Justin, car 3 is Andrew, car 4, car 5 is Pete, and 4 is Ian. all these bits in here, everything sharp or anything, have you? All over there.
So Bob currently got a 4-second lead from Justin. Another 10 seconds back to Andrew, and they've already lapped the back two. We've got a bit of a complicated sound audio situation going on here because we're sitting in race control, and obviously Mick needs to speak to the racers from here, and we get lots of feedback then from the cameras, the various microphones around the track. So hopefully you can hear me okay, and it's not too feedbacky.
Just under 2 minutes left of this race, then you've still got Bob in the lead, Victor 19, 3:12.91, 16:32 fastest lap for Bob, 16:35 fastest lap for Justin, 16:52 fastest lap for Andrew, 18:40 for Pete. Ian's still on the rostrum, enjoying himself at the moment. Ian, first time racing age-scale cars, 18:75, predicting a 14 lap 3:09.64.
Nice work, Stu. He's picked up the. It seems like he's picked up the little bit of racing action on track between the white car, who's actually left the purple car for dead now, and he's chasing the orange car. I think they're lapping people here. So that's Bob over the line in the lead. That's Andrew and Justin. Justin has lapped Andrew, and there goes Pete in the. And Pete's off.
Thank you very much. There's your time on the clock then.
So the mint
Your number.
green car, Bob's coming to take the line for the race win.
Okay, all cars finished there on the B final. First leg on the B final. Bob takes that one, then Justin, then Andrew, then Pete, and then Ian.
That's the race over there with a decent win for Bob from Justin, Andrew, Pete and Ian.
So guys, you've won
Just-
this race.
So just over 2 minutes to go before the Electric A final, where we've got Luke Drennan in pole position for that one, is TQ'd with Greg, Michael Walton, car 3, Mark Bootham, car 4.
Close a minute, please. Track close. Just sorting out the situation on the straight. So track is closed at the moment.
We've got a minor situation here. Looks like John's found some money on the track, and he's just making sure he digs it all up.
Oh, you're absolutely.
So it looks like John and the gang have finished collecting all the money from the side of the track. 17 pence was the last count I heard. And Mick will be starting the clock again in just a few seconds for the countdown for the Electric A final.
We've got Luke on pole. We've got Greg on second. Number 3. We've got Michael, number 4. We've got Mark, Lee Hansen, 5th, and Adrian Drew on 6th. So we're going to hit the 10 seconds. Driving's ready then. It's time to go racing today at Cotswolds. Here we go then. 10 seconds.
So 10 seconds. Good start from Luke. Greg hot on his heels and Michael away nicely. So the front 3 away and the front 2 are already looking a little bit racy. Another 5-minute race this one for the Electric A final. So Luke's already eked out a 1-second gap over Greg. It's a 15.19 and a 15.19 lap time for Luke, with Greg 15.38. So the red car's going to need to get the hammer down if he wants to catch up and do anything about the win in this race.
It's got a heavy car. It's got an older car. Very heavy.
Well, it looks like he's pulled him in a little bit there. Yeah, matching lap times there, the front 2. So
So 1 minute and 16 gone on then in this 5-minute race. You've got Luke, Greg, Michael, Adrian, Lee and Mark. So the leading car is Luke, which is the green and white car. Bit stripy. Greg's the second place car, just coming down the straight as well. You've got Michael Walton coming up. Just Greg made a mistake there onto the grass and just made it on.
the front guys all making mistakes. One for Luke and then one for Greg beforehand. So this might all tighten up a little bit. All Chairman Lee over the curbs. Leader coming up to some back markers there. Through nicely.
is Luke. White and green back end, just coming down through the pit straight. That's your leading car. Mark that second place car behind you. So mark that second place car behind you, please.
Oh, and he's a little bit caught up there. This is the race to watch here in this A final. Greg, the red car from Michael Walton in the white and striped, black striped car.
Third place car's behind you, Mark.
If third place car can get through this back marker cleanly, which he had. Oh, unlucky. Oh, that's terribly bad luck. Nearly made it absolutely perfect there, but unfortunately just caught the tyre on the piece of grass right next to the one of the more modest marshals, and I'm afraid that's his race done. He's lost a lap. So we're just under 2 minutes left to go.
You've got Luke, Greg, Lee Hansen, Michael, Mark and Adrian. Looks like car 6 is had a bit of a situation.
That was a shame. It looked like Michael was really getting the pace on to catch Greg and do something about second place, but overtaking in RC is very difficult, and I think these cars probably a little bit more difficult than some. Most of the grip looks like it's aerodynamic to me, and therefore there's not a great deal in the corners, but plenty of grip in a straight line.
So Mark, that's third place car behind you, should be aware.
So the person that's made the most of all of that action is Section Chairman Lee. Oh, he's not the Section Chairman, is he? That's Lee Henson. I beg your pardon, Lee Palmer. It's Lee Henson who has made the most of all of that. It's come through from fifth on the grid to third, and looks like he'll be on for a podium. It's got a 12-second gap.
We've got 4 minutes and 37 seconds gone then. Into the last 10-12 seconds.
Right, in the last 10 seconds. So that's Luke over the line for a tidy win in this.
Okay,
This.
all cars finishing, guys. All cars finishing. Okay, here we go then. Time to go and sound the horn then, guys. Here we go. Enjoy. Here we go.
Get your content ready. Like that.
Well, Bob gets away nicely there. Justin just following behind him. And you've got Ian up into third. Oh, onto the grass Ian is. So you've got Bob, Justin and Ian at the moment, top three. Looks like Pete's got up into fourth. Andy's in last, in fifth.
What's after this?
Well, after this round, you've got the A final, I think.
You've got Bob down the straight, coming down the straight now into the hairpins through race control. Down the pit wall straight. That's mint green car, which is Bob Hartley. Justin's in second. So Pete and Ian, you've got your leader behind you, so just be aware there, please. Well done. Once again, Ian. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ian. Can Bob keep it on the track? Yes, he has. Car 2's behind you, Ian, that's as well. Be aware of that one. Car 2's behind you. Oh, Bob's made a mistake in the middle. He's going to put Justin in front now. Can Bob get that back? Andrew's popped into third now. Ian's dropped down to fourth. Pete's in fifth. Pete's jumped back up to fifth, up to fourth. Ian's back down to fifth. You've got 3 minutes left of this 2 to 5 minute race. We've got a bit of a back marker race here with Pete and Ian. Is Ian going to be able to get by? Ian's by Pete. Bob's back up with Justin. Bit of race there with two of them. That's Justin and Bob. Down the back straight then. 16:54 for Justin and 16:22 for Bob. A little bit faster. Last lap of 16:56 for Justin, 17:19 for Bob. Justin just holding on. Under a second between them. Andrew's down a lap down from the other two. Ian's up into fourth. Bob's trying to put the push in hard. He is. Leader behind you, guys. Leader's behind you. That's the leader behind you. Leader's behind you.
Oh.
Bob gets a shunt there. Unfortunately, loses his body shell. And guys, when you're aware, that's the leader behind you, Pete. So Justin. So Bob's had a bit of a problem. You could put Andy up into second now. It does put Andy's into second. So Justin's got this one in, leading the way quite hard. Predicting an 18. So under the minute to go then. Predicting at 18, 3:16, 4:1. Fastest time is 16:41. Andrew's a 16:95, 2 laps behind. Then you've got Pete, then Bob, then Ian. Oh, Andy's made a mistake down the straight. No change of position then. 30 seconds on the clock then. Justin still in the lead. Coming down the back straight then. In the last 10 seconds. So A Final Electric is next after this one. There's your 5 minutes. Run to your time then, guys. Listen to your number. That's Andy's finished in second. That's Pete. There's Justin. Just waiting for Ian to finish. Oh, Ian's on the grass, just going to come across the loop now. Ian's still racing to off the line, guys, off the line. Okay, all cars finished there. B final second leg. You've got Justin there at 18:3:12:75, Andrew 16:3:07, Pete a 15:3:10, Ian Coates a 15:3:24. Very unlucky from Bob there. He was having a cracking tight race between him and Justin. Unfortunately, with a collection, we need to make sure back markers do realise that cars are coming through, so please listen out. Into the A Final Electric then. So B Final drivers, electric to Marshall, please. Okay guys, so go and line up then. Once you get yourself sorted, little tiny brief control round. Go and line up on the grid please. Marshall's out, thank you. That's B Final Electrics to Marshall. So we go then second leg, A Final, second leg of the electrics. Once again on the pole position is Luke, then Greg, then Michael, Mark, Lee and Adrian. I can't see Greg at the moment. Oh, there he is, he's coming out the pits now. Can he get some pace on this one?
Here we go.
Electric A Final, Cotswolds 2022, round 3. Cotswolds, here we go. Oh, Greg was a bit wobbly there into the hairpin and frame race control. Gives Luke a bit of edge to get away there. Michael still in third. Oh, Luke's pulling away. Marshall on the grass here, Marshall on the grass, that's Lee. So Lee, that is leader coming behind you please, that's leader behind you Lee. Just be aware, thank you very much Lee. Two and a half seconds ahead then is Luke. Olivia got a broken car in the middle, looks like it, so a bit of a problem. Looks like a broken car from Michael, looks like it, I think. I don't know who it is, I can't see the body shell. It could be dead, it could be dead. So 1 minute and 37 into the track, and you've got Luke, Greg, Adrian, Mark, Lee and Michael.
Adrian from 6th.
Nearly 4 seconds ahead now from first and second place.
Sure, I'll show you if you want. It's my jumper.
Coming up to the 3 minutes, 2:44 on the clock then. You've got Luke, Greg, Adrian, Mark, Lee and Michael, unfortunately. After 5 seconds ahead then. It's a grey car, that is your leader behind you. Grey car leader behind you. Thank you. Looks like Adrian and Mark, all Adrian's, looks like Mark's made a little bit of a mistake. He was catching Adrian then. Now a bit of a battle there from car 6 and car 4 in 4th and 3rd place. Car in the middle, great infield, car in the middle. Marshall there please. Car in the middle. Thank you, Marshall. No idea. Oh. No idea. Into the last 10 seconds of this second leg final for the A final. You've still got Luke, then Greg. Last few seconds then. That's Luke's finished.
Who's come off? Oh, that's the red car.
Oh, Luke, Greg's made a mistake there. Still gets the second place. We're going to hit the 10-second countdown then. Here we go. It's only 4 cars out there, out of 5. So you've got Bob, Justin, Ian and Pete. Looks like Andrew hasn't made it this time. Oh, Bob's made a mistake on the infill. Can he try and get that back? Puts him back to last place at the moment. I'm sure he can try and get some consistency back in onto that one. That puts Justin out in the lead. Looks like it could be broken. Looks like it could be broken. Not too sure. He's carrying on.
Can you announce at the end? At some point. Adrian's just from the 414 towards the M4. It's closed.
Just heard an announcement there. We've got a bit of a road closure coming up.
414 towards the M4.
A414 towards the M4.
That's what he told me.
M4 is closed.
Yeah.
Right.
Just mentioned it a couple of times, right?
Yep. So once again, last leg then of B final electric. Just announcing there from John Russell, who's just saying that there's a problem on the A414, which is not going to help some of the guys that are heading towards the M4. Unfortunately, that's not me, so I'm okay. So we've got Justin in up into second, then Pete, then Bob, unfortunately, with a few little mishaps. He's back on though, he's back going. Wonder if you can try and gain some speed here. You've got 3 minutes left of this race. Let's hope Ian can keep it under control on the tarmac and not on the grass. Running in second place at the moment. So you've got Justin predicting a 17:34.30, 16:32 fastest lap time. Ian Coates at 18:52 fastest lap time. You got Pete as well on a 19. Bob on a 16:85 fastest lap time. That sounded a bit heavy. Didn't see what happened there. Is that Bob crashed again? Looks like it could be. Unfortunately, it doesn't look too good this time. So far we got 3 cars out of the 4 cars. There was 5, but Andrew didn't make this last final. That's lead car behind you, Pete. Thank you very much, Peter. Ian into second place. So you've got Ian coming down the straight there in his orange car. Dusty orange, what you can call that car, coppery colour. Justin's taking a little bit of curb there on that time. Down for the pit lane. So into the last minute of the race then. Still Justin ahead, 16.05, his best time so far. Last lap was a 16.05 actually, look at the other computer. Fastest lap for Ian at 18. Last lap was 18.45. Fastest lap for Pete was a 19 seconds. Last lap was a 19.27 for Pete, last one. Sort of wind's picked up a little tiny bit. Oh, Justin, a little problem in the middle. Ian's popped off. Ian's at the Marshall point now with someone. There could be a problem with his car. Only 2 cars left on the track. So that's Justin and Pete on the track now. Looks like Ian could have a failure. Puts Pete into second place. There's the time then. There's your time done. Has Justin got that one? So all the B finals, if you can go back, the B final electric guys, if you can go back to your cars as soon as possible, please, and come out to Marshall. Also, if Andrew has disappeared from the meeting, if we can have a volunteer marshal as well. So if Andrew has disappeared. Okay, last one of the day then. I've just got an announcement to you all. I've just been told by John via Adrian that there is a problem on the A414 towards the M4. So I'm not too sure what the problem is, but there's a problem on the A414 towards the M4. So just be careful of that one on the way out. Okay, coming to the 1 minute mark there. If drivers want to get themselves to the points. If all drivers are there, I only can see 4 cars on the track at the moment. Have we got car number 3 around? I can see Luke. Is Michael Walton coming out? Looks like we are okay there, so are we missing a car? If you can help me out on that one, looks like Michael Walton, is he coming out? Okay, we're going to go ahead then. Okay, here we go drivers. 4 cars on the track, here we go. Oh, Luke made a little mistake onto the straight then, which gets Greg to be up behind him quite closely this time. He's not pulled away as much this time. Oh, Greg makes a little mistake, but recovers it. You've got Mark in third place, then in fourth you've got Lee. Oh, Greg makes a mistake in front of race control. Looks like the wind might pick up a little tiny bit out there. I can see the banners blowing around the side of the fence. So it looks like the wind might have picked up, and saying yesterday that things were like that and the wind was not helping at all with the cars. Oh, Luke's onto the straight there with a bit of a wobble, makes a mistake. Gets it back. Mark gets into second, looks like it. Yes, you got Luke, Mark, and then Greg, then Lee. Luke seems to have got away this time now. Bit of steady driving on the last one. Oh, Mark nearly taps the wall. Greg's behind him. We've got a bit of a race here from first, second, third, and fourth. Getting very tight here now. Lee's catching up as well. Oh, Lee makes a mistake right in front of race control. Luke's sort of going ahead a little bit now. Hopefully he can keep it going. He's 2.5 seconds ahead.
Is that position here, white and red? These two. They position?
Yeah, all position.
Oh, that's good.
It's all positioned.
I won't mind a go at this electric.
That's scary.
Why?
It's scary. I've tried it.
Because they're hard to drive.
It's the thing about it comes down to is they're hard because what I've noticed is it's rear wheel braking, it's front way diff, and it's just having the patience and not being asked the balls to actually not take the power off. It's not like a touring car. You brake into the corner.
Right.
This is more different. You power the corner to get more grip. It's like the 12 car. We do 12 races on carpet. It's like the same difference. You can see when you come and race these, you can see touring car drivers racing them. I've noticed that completely. Well, Lee jumped the old corner then and just made it in time. We've still got, so Luke's ahead. Cut the corners ahead from Greg. So Greg's back into second now. A 19.312 for Luke, 18.301 for Greg, 18.303 for Mark. Was racing for position as well. You got Lee at 18.304. 15.33 lap. Best lap so far for Luke, a 15.56 for Greg, a 15.45 for Mark, and a 15.62. All on 15-second laps. 2 minutes to go, or less than that. Seem to have all gained a bit of a gap between each other now. Seems like a casualty drive round. It's a mistake that could make it. 4 seconds ahead, Luke is. There's only 1 second between Mark and Greg. Mark seems to be catching up. Oh, Greg makes a mistake down the straight. Bit of a tumble. Oh. Massive big tumble. Could be a broken car, but not too sure. Mark gets up in front of him. Still going though, still going. Nothing fell off completely. Oh,
Nothing fell off. So something fell off partially, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, Greg's running a wounded car there. It's got Lee to come through. Puts Greg back into last. Unfortunately, his body's all twisted. Looks like he could have a bit of a problem. Too much grass, but spectacular crash down the straight and a few tumbles on the grass. Into the last 10 seconds coming up then. Very unlucky there for Greg. It's like he's nearly been lapped, being lapped by Luke now. There's the time on the buzzer. Luke's going to come across the line, taking the win. There's Luke. There's Greg. Lee hasn't gone across. Lee's gone across the line as well. All done, dusted. Thank you very much, guys. Cracking race again.